Mic check 1, 2. Donnie, can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear you. Man, this is exciting. First round.
So we're on there.
Yeah, we're live. They can
Okay.
hear us. Yeah, I guess we kind of need to roll out the Tornado Radio Network intro music. That's right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, here at McMurray Park. Donnie, Good Time Martin, Kyle Medier, coming to you live from McMurray Park here. I tell you what, we've been talking about it for a whole year. We got geared up. We were ready to go last year. Obviously, circumstances changed, and we had zero baseball.
Something happened last year?
I can't recall, but something big. But look, we are on the air. Donnie, I'm going to really lean on you tonight because I'm sure, as always, you know much more about this sport than I do. But nonetheless, I am a very, very big Tornado fan. Looking forward to this matchup against the St. Louis Saints here in McMurray Park. Both teams.
So let's give you a line. What kind of goes? They're giving the lineups. St. Louis is coming out first. Their lineup will be number 12 playing left field will be Thomas Watson. Batting second will be number 27, Evan Jobert. I've got some notes on Jobert here somewhere.
Yeah.
Evan Jobert is he's a school record holder on the football team as a running back.
Oh, wow.
Number 5 is a catcher, Jake Larocca. Just a sophomore, but already getting some D1 looks in baseball, so he's going to be an exciting one to watch. Number 26, Reed Snyder. He'll be followed by number 13, Ryan Barron. Ryan Barron playing center field. Reed Snyder at third base. Aiden Welsh will be at first base for the St. Louis Saints. Followed by number 1, James Rena will be at second base. DH will be number 14, William Milliken. Interesting note about William Milliken. His dad played the outfield at, at Southeastern and a little bit of pro ball. And batting ninth will be number 3, Chase Wilson. We've got 2 left fielders. I'll have to correct that. But
looks like Chase is right fielder here on the tag.
Chase will be at right fielder.
Yeah.
He's a football commit going to Westland University.
Man, I was just mentioning these kids, the size of their team,
and
real healthy.
On the mound for them will be 23, Parker Morgan, who is committed to Nichols as a left-hand pitcher. So we'll see 2 good pitchers tonight. We'll hop over to the Tours, and we'll start out. He's not in the batting lineup, but since we're talking about pitching, on the Tours, the mound tonight will be number 4, Vinnie Collins, another lefty. So we'll see 2 lefties tonight, 2 real good lefties. But the Tours will go number 2, Cade McBride at shortstop. Number 14, Jake Brown at left field. Number 22, Luke Benoit at third base. Number 7, Dylan, don't call me Dillian,
I was bad about that.
At first base. Number 16, Walker Bridges will be in right field. Also closer relief pitcher, so we may see him a little later in the game. At second base will be number 25, Gage Trahan. Cooper Duvall, number 19, will bat 7th to be our DH tonight. Batting 8th will be number 8, Ronnie Toney, the catcher. And batting 9th, probably one of the hottest hitters on the Golden Tour team right now, will be the center fielder, number 15, Damian Stone. So the Tour's coming to the game tonight, Kyle, 8-3 record. And looking for a great game tonight. St. Louis is a very young team, kind of looking to find their way right now. So it should be a good game. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and then we'll be back with you for first pitch.
Sounds like a plan. As they say, baseball ready. And we're ready for some baseball here on the Tornado Radio Network.
Yeah, so if you're watching the game, Kyle, let's lay just a few of the ground rules. We're gonna kind of apologize a little bit ahead of time. The field, if you haven't been out here, so the field is completely closed from pretty much from where we're sitting at on the first base line all the way to the third base line. So we're not able to get a camera view that catches the whole game. So we're gonna mainly kind of go half radio, half we'll have the camera on the pitcher catcher, and we'll do our best, the two-man crew, to try to bring you some other action. We'll maybe looking to move the camera for the next game to the other side so we can catch first base a little bit more, but we'll work with it. And like I say, just lucky, happy to be playing baseball, especially with all the damages out here at the field still, and no scoreboard. So we'll try to keep up with as we do the game. I'll also kind of be keeping a scorebook here so we can keep up with the balls and strikes announced and the runs kind of thing.
I know Mitch Red is in the stands. He's also going to keep our Twitter account tweeting some updates. So make sure to subscribe to Twitter too, guys, because there's times when we just can't make the games. We're volunteer specialists here.
Some of us are volunteer.
Yeah.
Some of us get paid.
I'm sorry. Don, I am the volunteer. Don is our paid specialist here for his expertise.
Problem is my multiplier of my paycheck is 0.
That's right.
So,
but at some point, though, we're going to get there. We're going to get there for you. Look, coming up to bat for St. Louis, number 12.
Number 12, Thomas Watson.
Mr. Watson.
Coming off of a little injury, actually. He's one of their starting pitchers. And Coach Fontenot had told me earlier today they're looking to kind of get him back on the mound pretty soon. So Vinnie Collins will be up here with the first pitch at we'll call it 6:39.
Let's do it, Vinnie.
First pitch is going to be ground to the first baseman. One pitch. Vinnie gets over, covers first base. He's going to be safe. And that was a bang-bang play right there.
Yeah, Donald did a little swivel on the camera. I think we're going to be okay. We'll be okay. Just got to remember when they make the pop. So St. Louis on base.
So one pitch, one run on first base.
Yep.
Thomas Watson will be on first base with no outs. That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 27, Evan Jobert.
Mr. Jobert.
As we mentioned, Evan's got a couple records on the football field, so he'll definitely be able to get motor around the base pass.
I don't want to see him on the bases, Don.
First pitch is a little inside. Squared, not sure if he was going to sacrifice there. They were looking to see what the defense was going to do, but he pulled back, so it's going to 1-0 count.
Oh, there's a pop.
I think the wind may keep that one in play down the right field line. No one's able to get to it. It falls harmlessly foul.
All right.
So Mr. Jobert will have a 1-1 count.
Got a nice little pop on that one, though.
Excuse me. Well, I think what happened, the wind's out the south. I thought that ball was going to go out of play.
Yeah.
But the wind kind of blew it back in play, but the Tours weren't able to capitalize on it.
Are you going to be warm enough in your performance fishing gear tonight?
Man,
I got this extra jacket.
I thought about
you want to maybe
fans don't want to see me in your jacket. I do have a pullover in the truck.
Okay.
I thought about that when I got when I got home. It was 79 degrees on my truck, so I took the jeans off and everything. I was going to put a pair of shorts on. It'd be nice. And when I got here and got out of the truck,
that sun goes down. It's a different story, Kenny Chesney.
And I should know that because I've had one played here at Sulphur.
Oh boy, what a burner!
Looks like a little off-speed pitch, a little change up there for strike 2.
That was off-speed?
Yep.
That looked fast to me. So who we got on the mound again for the Tours? Remind me. You got a separate sheet?
Yeah, and I'm on the mound for the Tours is number 4, Vinnie Collins.
Vinnie. And what?
He's a junior.
Oh, there's a pop.
Nice pitch there. Got it up in the zone right there. Pop up the short right field.
Good catch.
Walker Bridges is going to call off Gage Trahan right there for the first out of the inning.
So making a little bit of contact. Got a guy on first steal.
But look, just so you know, I mean, that pitch was supposed to be up in the zone right there. So Vinnie put the ball in the exact spot they wanted to see him put it in, and they got exactly what they were looking for, a little pop fly.
That's a crank.
Man, that's a nice drive.
That's an absolute crank.
Jake Larocca hits one to dead center field. That's going to be brought in by number 15, Damian Stone. Well, Larocca we mentioned in the pregame, is the catcher, and who's just a sophomore and is already getting some D1 looks as a sophomore.
Well, he hit the ball
if I'm not mistaken, it's a younger brother, Bryce Larocca. Bryce played at Barb and is currently at LSU Eunice.
So we got some serious ball players out there, guys.
Yes, sir. 2 outs is going to bring up number 26, Reed Snyder. Vinny's still checking that runner first. He breaks for second.
Get him.
Tough
Good
play right
scoop,
there
huh?
for the catcher, Ronnie Toney. He went on first movement right there. So usually with a lefty, they'll run on first movement, and if he gets any kind of a jump, it's very tough on that catcher.
Good grab, though, by the shortstop. I mean, he had to really scoop up that ball, man, because it was coming in hot.
Yeah, nice job by Cade McBride right there. So 2 outs with a runner on second base. That'll be Thomas Watson. Reed Snyder up to bat. Pitches a little bit up and outside for ball 2. So now you have first base open right here. Number 4 hole hitter. You're not necessarily looking to give him a great pitch to hit. They kind of make him hit your pitch.
I'll tell you what.
Vinny checks that runner. Vinny gets another fly ball. If you've never seen Vinnie Collins pitch, he's going to get a lot of fly balls.
Yeah.
And he's going to get a lot of ground balls, but probably more fly balls than anything else.
What's the secret there, Don?
He's just got a lot of, especially with the left, he's got a lot of movement on his ball.
Do you never really? It's just hard to make solid contact with a guy like that.
Well, a lot of late movement on his pitches.
Nothing wrong with that. Vinny's a senior?
Junior. But it's a good-looking kid at bat right here.
No, he really is. What, he's about
26,
6'5".
Reed Snyder. Oh, everybody's 6'5" to you. He's not 6'5".
Are you sure? He's a mountain.
Pitches up a little bit. Checks his swing. That's going to move the count to 3-1 now. Like I said, with first base open right here, Kyle, walk doesn't totally kill you because just with a walk, you still got to force it in your base. And this is, like I said, your 4-hole hitter. So just because it's 3-1, you don't necessarily just want to groove one down the gut for him. Vinny checks that runner.
Keep him honest.
Well, in most situations, especially with 2 outs, the runner's not going to be moving right here because he's already in scoring position on a base hit. He'll be moving on contact. Snyder fouls it off right there. So it'll be a full count now. Ryan Barron, center fielder's on deck, number 13 for the Saints. Collins comes set.
Let's gauge it a second.
Yeah, Trahan broke to the bag like the man had a little play on right there.
I was watching a game this weekend. 13U. They all had wristbands calling it out. You know, different numbers and variations.
Sometimes you'll see that with the younger players. They'll have the wristbands just to take the signs out of it. I generally prefer still for them to go with the signs. But
yeah. So we got a walk there, Don.
Yes, sir. 2-out walk. We'll put runners now at first and second with 2 outs, and like we mentioned, it'll bring up number 13, Ryan Barron, center fielder for the Saints. Moving on deck will be number 25, the first baseman, Aiden Welsh.
Oh, boy. That was a good pitch.
First pitch is a strike right there. It's a very important pitch, especially if you walked about it. You want to get that first pitch over and kind of get that walk out of your system and go at this next batter. Another nice pitch.
There you go, Vinny. There you go, Vinny.
Pitch was up in the strike zone right there, but it was definitely in the zone. So it's a strike 2. So he quickly goes to 0-2 right here. Let's see if he maybe bounces a little breaking pitch right here in the dirt, or the turf, should I say.
How much does that turf just change the whole game? I mean, your kids play on turf. They talk about
it changes you get as an infielder, you get a lot of truer bounces.
Yeah,
and but it does,
like you know where it's going to go.
Yeah, it increases the speed of the ball sometimes a little bit, and it's not a big adjustment. Probably one of the bigger adjustments is the kids sliding into bases.
Right.
It's going to be a foul ball out of play. Right over our head. Get it,
Watch
Kyle.
out, Donnie. Snow cone is coming down. Oh, it's going to get in the gutter. Well, actually, it might roll down to me.
Nice job right there by Ryan Barron. Spulling one off. 1-2 count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to chuckle when we first got the turf here, and these teams would come here and never played on turf.
Yeah.
First time, especially if it got a little wet. First time they would slide on that turf. Yeah. Sulphur would teach their he got him. Nice off-speed pitch.
Got him.
Right there in the
let's get it, boys.
Right there in the dirt for a K for the 3rd out of the inning.
Now, what do you say we talk a little bit about our sponsors?
Let's get going with them.
You're listening to the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a huge shout-out to all our game day sponsors. starting with Nancy Roy at the Cabbage Patch Flower and Gifts, Michael and Brittany Welch at Cutter's Outdoor Power Equipment, Randall Bowser, Shelter Insurance, George Vanderhay over at George's House of Flowers, getting you back in the game, and Josh Foster with Exit Realty Southern. What's your exit strategy? These are just a few of our generous game day sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Go Tours. Tell you what, Don, that little button makes things a lot easier. Huh?
Yeah. We need to get. We'll have to get it updated a little bit more because obviously we have more sponsors. Really some guys that have been here with us from the beginning. Missy's Grocery,
right? Talk about them.
I guess we've been doing this 4 or 5 years now. But Missy's Grocery, Bob's Exxon,
Bob.
Just so you know, if you want to support hometown people. They've been open since the hurricane, but the gas pumps got knocked out. They're an independent dealer, from what I understand, so they didn't have the big Exxon or someone to come in and just give them some.
They got to redo all that.
So, but the pumps, from what I understand, the pumps have arrived. They haven't. I don't know if they've got them installed yet, but give those guys some love, and when they get their pumps back up, go get the only full service gas station left, not only in Sulphur, but I believe Southwest Louisiana.
First time I went to Bob's, I didn't know what to expect. They told me to get back in my vehicle. I thought I was in trouble. No, it's just I was breaking the rules of a full-service gas station. They do it for you, and it's a pretty great experience. Man, I tell you what, you get a hole in your tire or nail in there, that's the place to go. Matter of fact, I'm about to pick up 4 new ones, Donnie, on the old Cubester.
Man,
because we're going to wrap that thing, Tornado Radio Network, and we need a fresh pair of tread.
There's no telling how many tires he's fixed since the hurricane.
I can only imagine.
So, as we mentioned earlier, on the mound for St. Louis tonight would be number 23, Parker Morgan, a senior. And stepson of a good college buddy and fraternity brother of me and Mitch Reds, Kyle Edmiston. I think he's on business in Florida, but hopefully maybe Kyle was able to tune in and watch a little bit of the game.
Well, we
leading off for the Tours will be number 2, Cade McBride, the shortstop, and Cade's turned into also one of the leaders, if not the leader on the mound as well.
Yeah. How many pitchers should we expect to see tonight, Don, from the Tours or the like on a high school game?
I would think tonight, just kind of depends how much they threw last week and when they threw last weekend. But I mean, if they're good to go, it's a good chance we'll see the starters
majority
go
of the night.
80 to 90 pitches, which take you 5 to 6 good innings. Pitches down a little bit for ball 1 to Cade. Now here you'll see a little bit different lefty. He's got a little bit more velocity than Vinnie Collins does for the Tours.
He's a longer kid too.
Yeah, a little bigger kid. He'll rely a little bit more on that fastball.
Well, I thought that one looked pretty good, but it's still a ball.
So that's going to be ball 2. So Cade's got it moved out to 2-1.
Oh man, pop the leather on that one.
Pitches in there for strike 2. So that'll move the count now to 2-2 to the leadoff batter, Cade McBride, here for the Golden Tours, batting in the bottom of the first inning. I told you were going to see 2 good pitchers tonight.
Yeah, really off to a good start on the mound.
Little off-speed runner.
Yep, got him.
Ran off and got a strikeout there, Cade McBride, for the first out of the game.
I don't mind a good pitching battle, especially being this close to the action. You can really get a good look at these kids, but every now and then I want to see one go. You know what I mean? Definitely want to see some bats get hot.
That's going to bring up the number 14, the left fielder for the Golden Tours, Jake Brown. Little lefty matchup. Could be a ground ball to the shortstop. The second baseman, who sucks it up for the second out of the inning. One pitch and the second out right there.
We got coming up here number 22.
So that's going to bring up number 22, the third baseman, Luke Benoit.
He played football too?
I believe he did play football.
The name sounds familiar.
So 2 outs right here.
Oh, wow.
Luke drives one into the somewhat deep center field, but that's going to be corralled out there by the center fielder, Thomas Watson, for the third out of the inning. So very quickly, the Tours go 1, 2, 3.
You're watching the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a shout out to our game day sponsors, starting with Sean Davis at Southern Technologies. How about First National Bank DeRitter here in Sulphur, Louisiana? Shout out to Clayton King, King Mechanical LLC, Mike and Wendy Kuntz over at Cajun Monograms, and Brandon Dever for Ward 4 Marshall. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and go Tours.
You know, a couple of the other facilities helping out the Tours with their tournaments this year has been All-Star Pontiac GMC Buick over on Highway 90, and also the Navarre Auto Group. We're going to call them the Navarre Auto Group because I can't keep up with what they
got a lot.
They got
wide selection.
Got a lot of them these
You
days.
should just look down 210.
Okay. Just here in Sulphur, they've got Chevrolets and also Dodges, two facilities here. And the third tournament will be sponsored by Spot, Jay Stelly's physical therapy facility, and Jay Stelly and Spot are a longtime sponsor of the Golden Tours as well. So
man, we are not lacking good sponsorship, and guys from last year, we're still holding strong because of your contributions. We'll be circling back probably around summertime, Don, doing a little giveaway, a little something just to keep the bills paid. Expense is very low, obviously, but I'm always looking to improve things in little ways, and it just helps us improve the feed and the broadcast and supporting your Golden Tours and allowing us to do this thing right for you. So
they have to find us a game day food sponsor.
Oh boy,
huh?
We're gonna have to test out a few restaurants first, quality control purposes.
Nice pitch, first pitch by Vinnie for strike one.
Who we got on the plate here?
Number 25, the first baseman, Aiden Welsh.
Actually, is that Walsh or Welsh?
Welsh, I'm sorry.
Welsh, okay.
Aiden Welsh. Ball there evens the count at 1-1.
Speaking of mowing grass. Oh.
Don't you go there.
I'm not. I won't do it. Oh, the hot one.
As Coach Sam Moore mentioned, the two coaches out on the field right now for St. Louis, two good friends of mine. One's Matt Fontenot. Played at St. Louis, played at Bossier Parish Community College, and finished up his career at McNeese State University. And Tyler Collins mans the first base dugout. So,
oh boy,
they're in good hands right there, boy.
That was right to the knee, Don.
Well, as a pitcher, boy, that's a frustrating one too because it hit the ground first. You didn't hit him. Ball bounces off the ground, but that's going to be a hit by pitch. And Mr. Welsh will move to first base with no outs. Once again, leadoff runner on. That's real big in baseball, Kyle. Tough on a pitcher and tough on a defense to keep that run from scoring all night long. But that's going to bring up number 1, the second baseman, James Rena. We'll see if he bunts. Nope.
That looked good to me. There it is.
It's going to be strike one. Thought maybe he may bunt, try to move that runner in the scoring position early here in the ball game.
Yeah, so the more you talk, I'm listening, taking notes at this game. There's so much to it, Don. I'm learning as my kids are coming up through the ranks.
Yeah, you've got one.
8U right now.
8 years old.
Yeah, I got some great coaches around him and learning a ton, man. Really appreciate this game so much.
Well, and I think that's important, Kyle. You mentioned great teachers and great coaches. If your son likes this game, that's a nice hit and run right there. Pitch was up in the zone. It's going to be a great pitch to throw on, and James Rena just goes up into the zone and does exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
When the runner breaks, with the first baseman holding him, there's a natural hole over there, and he just takes that ball to right field for a base hit. And
put a bat on the ball, man. That's all it is right there.
It's going to be their second hit of the ball game, so they're going to have runners at first and second now with no outs. It's going to bring up number 14, the DH William Milliken, and I would be wheeling the bet. Mr. Milliken will be moving the runners over right here, especially with no outs. Squares the bunt. Bunt's going to be to the first baseman. Almost had a play. I thought he had to play at third base, but he's going to take his out at first base. And that's going to move runners now to second and third with one out.
Is that kind of a player's choice, Don, or you really wanted the third?
Well,
get the out on third.
In that situation right there, usually the catcher is calling out orders, and he's listening to the catcher, either 3 or 1.
Got you.
And if the bunt was a little harder and he crashed so hard, that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter with 1 out now, number 3, Chase Wilson, the right fielder. But what I was saying, the first baseman for the Tours, Dylan Bird, had crashed so hard on that ball. It got to him a little quicker. Nice pitch there for the first strike.
We got runners at second and third.
Second and third. This is a 9-hole hitter, so you're definitely looking to get this guy out for the second out of the inning before the top of the lineup rolls over for the Saints. Vinny's having a little trouble getting that off-speed pitch consistently over tonight. Maybe overthrown it just a hair.
Would you mention the records of the Saints right now? What are they looking at? Where are they sitting?
I forgot to ask Coach Fonda what their record is, but they're probably about 500.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Coach Collins before the game, and they're a young team. Like I said, trying to kind of, I don't know, find their ways the right word, but they played a very tough schedule. They don't have a home field right now. You know, we were talking about all the damages here.
Yeah.
St. Louis doesn't even have a home field, so they've been practicing some when they can in Westlake. I know they've practiced a little bit over here at McMurray, but even McMurray's not consistently open all the time for a second team. So they, like I say, I don't think they've played near the schedule as far as number of games that they had planned on as well. So they're just kind of trying to piece their season together.
And that's one thing
right
Coach Moore really lined us up with some quality opponents coming in. I mean, from that first tournament we discussed and promoted, I mean, Tioga, they had West Monroe. They had some quality schools over here battling it out.
So 2 strikes here. The Tours are going to bring their defense in. That way if they get a little number hit, they'll hold that runner at third base, or if he goes home, they'll be able to have a play on. That's going to be strike 3.
There it is.
But, yeah, Kyle, what I was going to mention was, you know, the Tours' 3 losses are one's to Barb, 2-0. Barb is the number 1 team in the state in 5A, number 7 or 8 nationally.
Yeah.
So, to give you an example of that program, lost to Tioga, who's number 1 in 4A.
4A, yeah.
And the defending, I guess you would say Barb and Tioga are both the defending state champs from 2 years ago, the last state championships we played. That's going to bring up number 12, Thomas Watson, the center fielder, for his second at bat of the night, with 2 outs runners on second and third. But and then the third loss was to not Live Oak, Zachary. And Zachary is a nice pitch.
Yep.
Zachary is a perennial top 10 team in the state in 5A. Maybe this year they're even top 5. I mean, 5 right now, but if not top 5, definitely top 10. So, I mean, just to show you the competition, we got victories over West Monroe and Turlands Catholic, just to name a couple of those nice wins. Got a victory over a very tough Kinder team, you know, 2A team from just up the road who's got a great baseball history as well.
Man, they do.
Had a nice victory over them the other night. So, I mean, the Tours have been playing, you know. Coach Moore does a great job of getting games scheduled, especially with power ratings, you know.
Yeah.
You're wanting to play the best of the best, in my opinion, throughout the season, because even if you happen to catch a loss, A, it's going to get you ready for the playoffs, but B, it's going to give you some great power points throughout the season. Nice
there you go, Vinnie.
Pitch right there.
There you go, Vinnie. Let's get in there.
Well, that's a nice pitch.
I love that. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Donnie Goodtime, Martin Calmedier here with the Tornado Radio Network. And we're coming in hot from McMurray Park. First feed of the baseball season. Overall, pretty much a success, minus the camera angle. We're going to work on that next time. But, man, just glad to be here, Donnie. What you thinking?
We have to get Mr. Red over here next game. He can hold the camera for us.
That's true. That's true.
Tony Tremonti.
Is Tony coming?
He's going to come and hold that camera for us.
He better.
Huh?
He better. Yeah, we're having a good time. St. Louis bringing in a good ball program. So far, we're scoreless, though. No runs scored. Still working on getting that done.
Yeah, you know, this is always a great game for the not only for the Tours, but the local community. You know, St. Louis brings a good crowd as well. And it's always Coach Matt Fonda runs a first-class program over there. And so it's always nice to match up with them guys. You know you're going to get a tough, hard-fought game. And look, we've gone in here some years, they've come in here some years, and you know, we've walked out of this game with an L. So
wow.
it's not like it's a given victory for the Tours. And St. Louis has fielded some very, very solid teams over the years. Yeah. Hey, look, congratulations to the St. Louis Saints girls basketball team as well.
Yeah.
We'll give props to the ladies over there. Won a state championship. Only lost one game all season and did not have a home game.
Unbelievable.
No gym.
Hey, talk about away toughness, huh?
Maybe they've got a three-pointer.
Being road ready. Maybe so. Hey, look, I'm up to challenge anybody. As you can tell, I've been getting ready for the home run derby. that we're talking about. Saw me doing some work in the cages
Oh,
a while
gosh.
back. I clipped 3 of them, Don. The thing was coming 100 miles an hour.
Clip was definitely the word.
I definitely clipped it, and it clipped it out of the bag. You know what I mean? It
So,
came out of the cage.
Dylan Bird, the number 7, Dylan Bird, the first baseman, was going to lead off the second inning for the Tours, facing number 23, Parker Morgan, on the mound for the St. Louis Saints. First pitch is a strike there, so it'll be 0-1 count. Currently got a scoreless ball game in the bottom of the second inning. That's a changeup right there, Kyle, for strike number 2.
Yeah.
Nice pitch by Mr. Morgan.
It's all right, guys. Keep fighting it. Keep battling it.
Well, the Tours have been sending a lot of fast. It's a great pitch call by St. Louis there. Tours have seen a lot of fastballs there in the first inning, and he swings through a fastball for strike 1, and was thinking he was going to get another fastball, and St. Louis changed it up a little bit. So you have an 0-2 count now. He'd be looking to kind of shorten his swing here, put something in play against Mr. Morgan.
Tasty. That's it. That's a strikeout, Don.
Yeah, see, that's what that changeup does right there, Kyle. Kind of
Messes
gets you
with
off
your
back.
head.
Well, you don't know what to now you don't know what you're looking for.
Yep.
It's a great pitch sequence there by the St. Louis pitcher. So 1 out is going to bring up the right fielder, number 16, Walker Bridges.
Now, he's legitimately 6'5". I mean, I've seen him in the cage. I'm telling you. This is a tall gentleman right there.
I believe Walker was also a football player.
Oh, he did?
I think.
Yeah.
Walker's done a great job for us in right field so far this year, and has kind of come in and been the closer in several big games for the Tours as well. So if you see a tight game here with the Tours having the lead late in the ball game, you may see him, Mr. Bridges, trotting out the bullpen down there.
Tell you what, he's got a lot of leverage on that ball. Those long arms, I can imagine it comes out pretty good, huh?
He's quickly got an 0-2 count right here. Pitch is a little in right there. Nice 2-strike pitch, though. It's going to take the count now to 1-2. Tell you what, Kyle, so far, Parker Morgan's been just as good as advertised here for the Saints tonight. Pitch is low right there. That's going to even the count up at 2-2. And Kyle, generally, when you got a pitcher on the mound that's throwing a lot of strikes like that, as on the offensive side of things, you're looking to try to see a lot of pitches.
Just let him throw. Oh, that's a good one.
A ground ball to the third baseman. Up in the throw to first base. That's going to be out number 2 of the inning. Well, you're looking at not only looking to see a lot of pitches, but you're trying to get him to throw as many pitches in his repertoire. So
we'll see it all.
Yeah, you want to see all the pitches early. As a pitcher on the flip side, you're trying to keep. We always try to keep one pitch in our pocket to the second time through the batting order. So the second time through the batting order, we always had one pitch that the other team really hadn't seen so far. Another lefty on lefty matchup.
Yep.
Strike 1 to Gage Trahan with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Gage is just a sophomore, son of former coach Jason Trahan. Ball's a little bit outside for 1-1 count. Boy, there's a left-hander, boy. That's a tough pitch right there to lay off on.
Yep.
Ball kind of sweeps all the way across. Ball literally starts at his hip. It's going to sweep all the way across the plate.
Right
back up the middle.
My goodness, Don.
Parker Morgan is going to stop that one.
Wow.
We'll call it with his belly. And I hope he's okay. That's going to be the third out of the inning.
What?
I don't think it got him. I don't think it got him in the hand. That's what you're always concerned with.
Man, I tell you, that thing came off hot.
So that's going to be 3 up and 3 down for the Tours as we head to the top of the third inning with the St. Louis Saints. They will go Joe Bear, Larocca, and Snyder.
Let's talk about some sponsors, D. You're listening to the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a huge shout out to all our game day sponsors, starting with Nancy Roy at the Cabbage Patch Flower and Gifts, Michael and Brittany Welch at Cutter's Outdoor Power Equipment, Randall Bowser, Shelter Insurance, George Vanderhey over at George's House of Flowers, getting you back in the game, and Josh Foster with Exit Realty Southern. What's your exit strategy? These are just a few of our generous game day sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Go Tours. Just overall, just needing a little bit of offensive productivity. We've gotten a couple hits. Couldn't quite get on the bag.
And I think it's going to be a big inning for Vinnie. Vinnie's allowed the leadoff batter to reach first base both the first and the second inning. So we'll see if he can kind of put a – that's not a – excuse me, that's not a it's not a tendency you want as a pitcher. So and they'll be leading off the inning with the two-hole hitter, number 27, Evan Jobert, the shortstop. But I think it's important that Collins just continues to pump strikes and go after hitters.
All right, up to bat, Mr. Jobert. It's time to bring the noise.
Foul ball directly behind home plate for strike number one. You know, Kyle, you mentioned bringing the noise. It's kind of a different crowd this year. You know, on the third base line, everything's shut down until you get directly above the home dugout. So you don't have any fans on that side behind.
Oh, what a jack.
It's going to deep ball, hit the center field. Stone's
Donnie?
on his horse. No, it's not going to be gone.
Oh,
it's going to bounce over the fence over a ground rule double.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a shot right there.
It's amazing to see that ball take off and just take flight, Don. We're in a good spot. It's like sitting on the edge of a runway and having a plane fly over your head.
So leadoff double for Jobert is going to bring up the catcher number 5, Jake Larocca. Well, it's almost like Vinnie. Maybe Vinnie just hasn't. Maybe he's more comfortable working with a runner on base tonight.
Yeah, I know I usually am. You know, a little pressure. Keep you honest. Keeps you fresh.
So Vinnie checks that runner for second base. Excuse me. He had off-speed pitch. He's leaving an off-speed pitch up tonight. Like I say, cool night. You know, things are a little different on the mound with the cooler weather. And like I say, it's almost like he's just not finishing that pitch. He's overthrowing it. And he's leaving it up and out to a right-handed batter. It's going to be ball 2. So Jake LaRocca's up to bat now. No outs with a 2-0 count. Looks like the Tours are going to get the bullpen going as well. Be a foul ball for strike number 1.
Snow cone.
It was kind of just a little get it over pitch right there. He took a little velocity off and shortened up his delivery. So it'll be a 2-1 count to LaRocca. Snyder, number 26, will be on deck. Runners being held by the shortstop. Nice pitch. To even a count up at 2-2 with no outs. Well, you see Coach Matt Fano kind of talking to LaRocca. Settle down, you know. Pitch was down in the dirt. That'd have been ball 3 right there. So we'll see if Collins is able to capitalize on that swinging strike. Come set.
Oh, boy. That's going to go foul, huh?
Yeah, off-speed pitch. He's got to get that off-speed pitch down. You have to get it down in the zone a little bit. Yeah, he kind of just spoiled the pitch down the right field line and goes foul. Count remains at 2-2. You know, St. Louis may have brought a bigger crowd than Sulphur brought tonight, Kyle. Very impressed with their crowd.
I think that they got my email about the sunflower seeds.
You think so?
Except, oh, wow. That's a bomb.
LaRocca hits that one down the left field line, and that's going to be out of here for a 2-run home run.
I know they saw that one because that's the way the angle is on the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, that one is gone.
The only unfortunately for the Tour fans, the only question about that one was whether it was going to stay foul or fair. And I think the umpire kind of put a little bit more juice in it than it needed to be. It wasn't that close to being foul, but yeah, wow, man. You talk about
that was a crush.
Stepping into one. Golly.
So
that's good.
Saints on the board.
Yeah, Saints on the board. 2 runs here in the top of the 3rd inning. That's going to clear the bases for Vinnie. He's going to bring up number 26, Reed Snyder, 3rd baseman here.
Well, I told you I was looking for a home run. Wasn't looking for him at the other team. Ideally, the Tours, I'd like to see one.
I want to see how Vinnie responds right here, though. You know, as a pitcher, you're going to give up home runs. I mean, that's just part of the ball game.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you gave up a double and a home run to the 2- and 3-hole hitter. So now you kind of got to get refocused here.
Back in the zone a little bit.
And he goes 0-2 to the very next batter. So good to see here that, it doesn't look like it really shook him up at all. And he's able to kind of get re-locked in and refocus. Sometimes that home run
get you straight.
Yeah, get you straight quick.
Yeah.
Little change up right there.
There it is. That's
a ground ball to the first base, and that's going to be the first out of the ball game. Of the inning.
There it is. Now you can take a little breath. Ball did exactly what he wanted it to do off the bat.
Well, let me tell you the other thing as a pitcher. You kind of, if you happen to glance down that third base line, you see that white uniform outside the fence right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he's going to tell the coach when that pitcher's ready. So that'll get you.
Get your attention.
Attention as the pitcher on the field as well. If you want to stay in this ball game, just as we say that, he comes out.
Here's your sign.
He just has come out and thrown 4 consecutive strikes now after that home run. So pitches up and away right there for even to count up at 1-1 with 1 out. Like as we mentioned, playing here in the top of the third inning, the Saints just have taken a 2-0 lead over the home team, Sulphur Tours. Ball 2 now. I jinxed him, Kyle. Talking about all the strikes.
Say that, yeah.
That's 2 balls, Vinny.
It all works the same, and just like basketball, man.
Let's get back to the
another bomb.
Another line drive right there to Stone. That's going to be the second out of the inning. What I'm seeing right here out of Vinny is, even that ball in that pitch right there, he's having trouble keeping the ball consistently down low in the zone, and against a good hitting team like the Saints, that can really come back to haunt you. But with 2 outs now, that's going to bring up number 25, Aiden Welsh. A little inside there for ball number 1. Aiden Welsh is a junior. Pitch number 2 is a little low and out for ball number 2. So that's going to move the count now to 2-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Pitches up and away for ball 3. So it's quickly moved out to 3-0 right here. Then he's got to fight back right here. Really kind of regain his focus and fight back in his count. Ooh, that's a good-looking pitch right there.
Yeah, I thought the catcher did a good job framing that one up, too. Hoping to get that strike.
Well, I think there was a lot of movement by the catcher right there. I think if the catcher would have left it where it was, I think it'd have been okay. But when he kind of tried to frame it too much, I think.
They can pick up on that.
So that 2-out walk right there is going to bring out to the mound pitching coach, former Golden Tour, Cale Bro. Have a little discussion with Vinny.
Yeah, I think Mr. Cale knows a few things about pitching.
Yeah, and what you're looking to do here as a pitching coach, you just want to settle him down. You gave up that 2-run home run, and then he gets 2 quick outs, and he gives up a 2-out walk, and just kind of lost focus maybe a little bit. He was generally around the zone right there. Actually, he stayed low in the zone like he hadn't been earlier, but like I said, Cale's going to walk out. Now the umpire's going to walk out and tell them that their time is up.
Yeah. I know Cale had a really good career through Sulphur, and where did he play? Where did he play? McNeese, right?
Yeah, no. Cale was probably one of the most decorated high school pitchers here in Southwest Louisiana ever, and signed and went to Mississippi State for 4 years, I believe.
Who was I thinking?
He went to he played a year at McNeese.
Okay.
That's going to be bring up number 1, James Rena.
That's a great opportunity for the kids to hang around a college ball player, get that kind
first
of
base
experience and mentorship.
Yeah, and on top of all that, he knows the game.
Yeah,
and the kids like him. He's great with the kids. Able to communicate with them, and probably the youngest coach on the Sulphur Tour staff. So he's the closest coach to their age, and great addition for the Golden Tours. Vinny checks that runner at first base. It's going to be a line drive in the left center field gap. That's going to be 2.
Don.
Tours do a great job there of hitting their cutoff, though. Keep that runner on first base at third base. So that's Mr. Rena's second hit of the ball game. He had a single his first at bat, a double that at bat. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up William Milliken, the DH, but that's also going to bring a visit to the mound by Coach Sam Moore, and that'll be the end of the night for number 4, Mr. Vinnie Collins.
Hey, big shout out to Vinnie Collins. I mean, hey, getting up on the mound, getting some work done, but hey, at the end of the day, it's not always your day.
Yeah, Vinnie did it. Vinnie did a nice job right there. Just
performance.
Couldn't consistently, in my opinion at least, find that strike zone. And when the balls he left up in the zone, St. Louis did a great job of making him pay.
Yeah, really finding it.
So for the Golden Tours, kind of bear with us a minute. That's going to bring up
number 23.
Coming up number 23 for the Golden Tours, Landon Arant, sophomore.
There you go. He's a righty looking to bring the fire, and we're looking to bring some sponsors. You're watching the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a shout out to our game day sponsors, starting with Sean Davis at Southern Technologies. How about First National Bank DeRitter here in Sulphur, Louisiana? Shout out to Clayton King, King Mechanical LLC, Mike and Wendy Kuntz over at Cajun Monograms, and Brandon Dever for Ward 4 Marshall. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and go Tours. Well, that was lovely.
What did you have going on?
She was wanting to know where they could find the feed. So maybe we get some St. Louis folks on the feed watching the boys if they couldn't make the game. And that's what I love about this, Don. Not only can our fans watch, but we get fans from all over.
Did you charge her for the information? It's $10.
I exchanged the PayPal.
$10 cash.
Yeah, because you know what? I am getting kind of thirsty at the.
A hot dog would be good too, though. We'll accept hot dogs.
Is the concessions open right now?
I think they are.
So
that's going to bring up the number 14, the DH, William Milliken.
Yep.
2 outs, runners on second and third. It's a big situation right here for the Golden Tours.
Early in this ball game. We got 10 people watching. What's up, guys? Welcome.
Going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Cade McBride makes a nice play.
What a play.
Nice job at first base for the third out. Yes, he did.
Guys, I wish y'all could have seen that. I'm sorry, I forgot to move the camera, but over there, an awesome play just happened. You probably saw the throw, and the Tours are going to get some batting.
So the only play Cade McBride had was to receive the ball on a short hop right there, and he throws off of his foot as he's running in, and the first baseman, Dylan, don't call me Dillian Bird. I got in trouble for that the other day. There's a story behind that. Stretches out to make the third out of the inning. Have you seen his name is spelled Dillion, right? Dillion.
I knew how to say it, though.
Well, so
I'm not making people upset out there.
I did the PA system a weekend ago.
Oh, that's right.
And I called him Dillion. I kept calling him Dillion Bird.
Not a good deal. After the lawn mowing incident?
Well, let me tell you what happens, though. So they sit over there and let me do – Million lets me call him that all game.
Yeah.
Never says a word.
Thanks, Million.
At the 7th inning, he finally says, "Why don't you call him by his name?" I said,
"The 7th."
He lets it go all game.
Yes,
all game.
Man.
So then I have to hear it from Coach Moore. So then the next game, I had to apologize to Dylan.
Yeah.
Because I have trouble with names sometimes.
Look,
I've got
you're a paid professional.
I know. I've got
come on.
Kind of got a reputation about that, but I was pronouncing it the way it was spelled. So I told them they misspelled it. I said, "Get on Coach Lloyd." Look, Coach Lloyd misspelled it.
Yeah.
Coach Moore doesn't even know how to spell his name either, because he goes to Coach Lloyd and says, "Hey, you misspelled his name." Coach Lloyd says, "No, I spelled it correctly." Don doesn't know what he's talking about.
Is he old enough to have a driver's license? You should have just asked him for that.
I guess so.
Who got on the mound, Don?
The bottom of the third inning is going to bring up number 19, the DH, Cooper Duvall. On the mound for the Saints remains number 23, Parker Morgan.
Ooh. Morgan has not slowed down his fastball, clearly. That was a good one. Flies right by him.
As we mentioned earlier, Parker's a commit to Nichols State. Nichols loves left-handed pitchers down there, and he's going to do a great job down there for the Colonels. Foul ball right there for
start training old Finry then. Send him over to Nichols.
He's not a lefty.
He's a lefty.
Oh, is he a lefty?
He is a lefty. Yes, sir. He's already wanting to start pitching and things. And problem is I got to find somebody to teach him, because I sure can't do it.
Ball's down in the zone. Evens the count up at 2-2. Well, my son is a left-hander, and he's a pitching coach. So
Hey,
maybe we can get him out there a couple afternoons and at least give him. Maybe Andrew can give him a few pointers.
I know he'd appreciate it. Now he's an excellent first baseman, and because I can't throw a straight ball to him, so he is so used to stretching and trying to get, and they're just like, how does he do that? I'm like, well.
Full count here to Duvall, leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Tours.
There you go, free base.
Ball 4. It's a nice at bat by Duvall. He went down early in the count 1-2 and was able to battle back right there for a leadoff walk for the Golden Tours.
I don't know what it is about number 8 coming up here, but Don, I feel like he is on a mission.
So with 1 out, that's going to bring up number 8, the catcher, Ronnie Tony. We'll see if the Tours look to play some small ball right here and move that. They're down 2 runs, though, so they may let Mr. Tony swing away. But he's a very good bunter.
There he goes.
Squares him right there. Pitches up and away for ball 1. Yeah, Ronnie had several bunts the tournament last weekend. Did a good job of getting the ball down when he needed to. It's like I say, probably the hottest hitter on the team right now is on deck, the 9-hole hitter, Damian Stone.
Let's see him.
Pitches away right there for ball 2. Good jump right there by Cooper Duvall. And the catcher, Larocca, came up throwing to first base, but Duvall was able to get back. So 2-0 count now, Ronnie Tony. We'll see if they leave that on. He may let him hit away right here if he gets a good pitch. Yeah, he takes it off. Nice pitch.
Man,
I thought that ball might be off the plate right there, but it was called for a strike.
Yeah.
That's going to move the count to 2-1. We'll see if Coach Lloyd puts the sacrifice sign back on here. He's thinking right there, 2-0. He's going to kind of maybe throw him a meatball down the middle of the plate. He'll get a good pitch. There it is, sacrifice bunt. Moves runner to second base.
There you go.
He's going to be out at first base.
Oh, no.
Cooper thought about going to third base. There wasn't anyone covering the third base bag.
That was close, Don. I'm thankful. Let's just say that I'm thankful because I felt like that was pretty close there on second base.
On top of that, Cooper is a catcher.
Yeah,
that's a generally catcher.
A little slower than other positions.
Cooper's probably a little quicker than most catchers, but yeah, he kind of made things interesting down there at second base. So, like as we mentioned, this is going to bring up the 9-hole hitter with 1 out, number 15, Damian Stone. Duvall sits out at second base. Morgan checks him.
Up.
Stone fouls one directly behind home plate for strike number 1 of the at-bat.
Yep.
I hope Coach Moore's not expecting us to round up foul balls tonight.
I forgot to tell you.
He is.
But he's got a brand new pair of Sulphur baseball caps waiting on us. The white kind that they're wearing tonight. So I figured you'd like to know that as an incentive for our services.
I've got one already.
Are you kidding me? I was all excited about this blue one, man. You already got the blue and the white.
So it looks like we got if you can get me a number.
It's like number 13. 13.
Number 13, Riley Doherty checks in. I think he's going to check in as a pinch runner for Duvall, and then Duvall will re-enter the batting lineup as the DH.
How does that even work, Don? You don't have to explain. Maybe later. But the Doc's on the mound, or on base.
So 1 out, like I say, Doherty gets into the ball game. Stone's at the plate with a 1-1 count with 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. The Tours currently trailing 2-0. Morgan checks his runner. He comes set. Another foul ball right there. Tough pitch, boy. Morgan's doing a great job on the right-handed batters of staying up on the outside corner and keeping the ball down. So Stone kind of had to lunge at that one a little bit, but fouls it off for strike number 2. So 1-2 count now with 1 out. Saints will work the runner. He breaks for third base. Boy, got a great jump right there. He's going to be safe.
Yes, sir. Oh, Don coming around the corner there.
That pitch was up and outside for ball number 2. So that even a count out 2-2. Yeah, Doherty got a great jump right there. He got a pretty good read on Morgan, and both of the middle infielders broke away from the bag, and he was able to read that. And once Morgan gave the one look at him, he was set to go home, and he broke for third base.
Oh, come on. That's foul.
It'll be a foul ball on the first base line. It's going to fall harmlessly. So So the big thing Stone's looking to do here, the infield is playing back. 2-0 lead. They're going to give up the run for an out. So Stone is looking to get something, mainly to that right side of the infield if he can, but he's looking to get something in play to score that run with only 1 out in the inning. Morgan comes set. It'll be another foul ball.
Ooh.
Doing a nice job of spoiling pitches right there.
Mm-hmm.
So the count's going to remain at 2-2 with 1 out.
High and tight.
Ball 3. So fastball up for ball 3. So that's going to move it to a full count now with 1 out. Doherty's on third base. Stone's up to bat. Stone's done a great job of seeing a lot of pitches this at bat. Ground ball to the third baseman.
Oh. Go. Now, couldn't quite get there. Man, he was so close. I thought maybe with the hesitation, he'd kind of buy him some time. But
Stone rolls over on a pitch right there, hits it to the third baseman, and the runner initially kind of broke, but he was going to be
hosed,
as they call, dead meat at home plate if he continues to go. And but he did a great job of making the third baseman look a little bit, and but he's able to throw him out at first base for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the leadoff batter, number 2, Cade McBride.
How many outs we sitting on?
2 outs.
2 outs. We got a runner on third.
Yeah, we need to get this
Let's
run
go.
in right here and answer at least with answer one of the 2 runs that St. Louis put up in the top of the third inning here in the bottom of the inning.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Come on now. Got him.
Yeah.
Wow.
That ball right there hit the bottom. Actually, it doesn't hit the padding and hit the brick wall.
And came right back to
And
him.
it bounced so hard off the brick wall that
Yep.
he wasn't able. And you saw him lift his inner arm trying to get to the plate with his outer arm, but he just couldn't get it done. So he's thrown out at home plate to end the bottom of the third inning for the Tours. The St. Louis Saints, after 3 complete innings of play, lead the Tours 2-0.
Tell you what, after a play like that, I got to hear our sponsorships. You're watching the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a shout out to our game day sponsors, starting with Sean Davis at Southern Technologies. How about First National Bank DeRitter here in Sulphur, Louisiana? Shout out to Clayton King, King Mechanical LLC, Mike and Wendy Kuntz over at Cajun Monograms, and Brandon Dever for Ward 4 Marshall. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and go Tours.
Landon Arant is going to stay on the mound for the Golden Tours. He led off by number 3, the right fielder, Chase Wilson. And Wilson, as we mentioned earlier, he's actually a wide receiver football commit to Wesleyan University.
Lot of athletes out there.
Senior wide receiver and outfielder here for the St. Louis Saints. So Arant stares in. Leads off with a nice little off-speed pitch there for strike 1 to start the top of the 4th inning. Another off-speed pitch for a swinging strike 2. So very quickly, Arant has moved the count to 0-2 to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a ground ball to Trahan at second base.
Oh, what?
Nice little backhand play by Trahan for the first out of the top of the 4th inning.
He must be a Trahan. Multi-sport athlete. Rocket arm. Gotta love it.
Yeah, you know, Gage saw a little time at
PT,
quarterback.
Huh? Yes, sir.
Also defensive back, I believe, for the Tours. And once baseball season gets over with, I guess he'll move in a little spring training for the football team.
Yep.
So that brings up the bat with 1 out, number 12, Thomas Watson. He'll watch the first pitch low in the zone for ball number 1. Fouls one down the third baseline. Move the count now to 1-1 with 1 out. Oh, A-Ran's doing a nice job. See, this is a little difference in the two pitchers right here, Kyle. A-Ran's doing not that Vinnie, like I said, did a bad job or anything. We don't want to sound like we're talking bad about Vinnie, but A-Ran's doing a nice job of just throwing strikes and staying in the zone early and often. Boy, I thought he had him right there.
Yeah, I did too. That was a ball?
Yep.
Oh, man.
So that's ball 2, moves the count to 2-2. But it just opens up a lot of things for you as a pitcher when you're consistently pounding that zone early in the count and getting ahead of these hitters.
Remind me what inning we're in.
Top of the fourth. The Saints lead 2-0 over the Tours. We have 1 out, and number 12, Thomas Watson, is at bat for the Saints.
Put a little advertisement out there for our followers.
Pitches inside, boys. That's the one you hate to lose right there. You know, we talked about him pounding the zone.
Yep.
Guess I jinxed him.
Again, you jinxed Vinnie. Now he's off the mound. I mean, come on.
Well, he'd gone 1-2 on that hitter right there.
Yep.
So that's going to bring up number 27, shortstop Evan Gilbert. Gilbert's the one who hit the ground rule double his last at bat.
Oh, man.
Be nice if we could get a little infield ground ball here for the double play. The foul ball down the first base line for strike number 1. That big catcher, Larocca's on deck for the Saints, number 5.
Yep. Got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, A-Ran may want to change the pitch or he's having trouble getting the pitch there from the catcher, so he resets.
Yeah, friendly reminder, ground rule double last time up to bat.
He'll throw to first base just to check that runner right there, make sure he wasn't in motion a little early. As well as Joe Bear's hit the ball here tonight, though, I doubt if that runner's going to be moving right here. I think they're going to give Joe Bear a chance to swing the bat with the runner on base. Off-speed pitch there for ball number 1. That's going to move the count now to 1-1 with 1 out. You know, Joe Bear's a tough guy to defense as well. As a third baseman, you got to stay up enough where if he lays that bunt down, you'll have a play.
Oh, geez.
It's a fly ball to
yeah,
center
that's
field.
not as deep this time.
He hit that ball. A-Rant got that ball up on the handle right there, and you could tell the difference. The sound,
you could hear it.
Everything was different about that than that previous at bat. So it's gonna be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, because with these headphones on last time, I felt it. I felt it.
So with 2 outs now, runner on first base, Thomas Watson. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 5, Jake Larocca, who we'll mention his last at bat, deposited one into that left field parking lot.
Jeez, that was a monster.
Well, he's got that south wind behind him, but he didn't need that south wind.
No, he didn't. It was
just added insult to injury.
Clearly over that wall.
Oh, when that left fielder doesn't move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's got him picked.
Got it. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it.
Boy, Ronnie Tony had him picked there at first base right there. And first baseman puts a tag on him and just wasn't able to keep the ball in the glove right there.
Yeah, it's tough. That's where we are. Where are we in the count?
1 ball, no strikes. He breaks for second right there.
Grounder. Boy, right in the gap,
singing the ball in the left field.
Well, what you gonna do there?
Larocca didn't do anything fancy right there. Just kind of drops the head of the bat right there on the ball and deposits into in between the third baseman and the shortstop for a 2-out single. That's going to put runners now at second and third. Like I say, with 2 outs, that's going to bring up third baseman number 26, Reed Snyder. And Coach Kalebro is going to head out to the mound and not only talk to the pitcher here, but talk to the whole defense as well. Just with 2 outs, just wanting to make sure the defense knows what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because it looked like right there on that pitch, the shortstop, Cade McBride, broke to cover second base when that runner took off.
I was wondering why the gap was so
and, I'm not sure
so
if that
wide.
was different defenses, but do it different ways. But I'm not sure if that's what was supposed to happen right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kale's gonna go out there and just visit, make sure everybody. I say, especially with 2 outs here, you want to snuff this out.
Let's get it out of here.
Go back to the dugout and get your bats back out.
Yeah. Okay, this could be it right here. We got number 26 Up to bat for the Saints, Reed Snyder.
So Aaron looks in, gets his sign. He's going to check the runner now at second base. Tony does a nice job right there, blocking the ball in the dirt and keeping it from getting to the backstop right there for ball number 1. Big batter right here.
Mm-hmm.
I got quiet quick.
It
here,
does.
Kyle.
Yeah, it does. It's like I don't want to say anything. Just watch.
A little pickoff move there at second base. He's going to get in there safely, though. Generally won't see that runner taking a big lead with 2 outs because anything hit, he's running on contact anyway, so he's generally going to get a good jump on any batted ball. He doesn't have to take quite as big of an initial lead down right there. That pitch is going to be up in the zone for ball number 2. So the count moves to 2-0 with 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. No, Kyle, I think just with the way the fans are laid out here with the, the stadium.
You don't hear a whole lot.
No.
You don't hear popcorn boxes spilling, things like that. And the cheering section is relatively quiet.
Catcher Tony's got to do a better job of getting out there and blocking that ball right there. Tries to kind of reach, got a little lazy trying to backhand it right there. And it's going to go to the backstop. That's going to move runners now to second and third with 2 outs. And the count will be 3-0 now. Reed Snyder. Yeah, they'll put him on base. So they'll put him on base right there. That gives you a force out at any base with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up number 13, center fielder Ryan Barron.
Bases loaded. We got to get out of here, Don.
Yeah, the Tour's got to really need to. Aaron's going to get called for a balk right there.
All right, help me with the balk. Still not quite. Obviously, there's a position issue.
Well, he was in the windup, and I don't know if he
looked.
I don't know if he went to wait. I don't know if he went to pivot and go from the stretch.
I mean, even the St. Louis guy called it.
Yeah, it was right away. You could tell if you've been around it long enough. You could tell he balked. So that's going to once again move runners to second and third. That's going to be the first run of the inning for the Saints. Second and third with 2 outs. Now this becomes a very important batter for the Tours. Aaron's kind of just lost his zone right here.
Yeah.
It's going to work the count now to 2-0 for center fielder Ryan Barron.
That looked
man,
strikeable.
Not quite sure where that pitch was.
Yeah.
Tours going to quickly get the bullpen going again as well. That moves the count now to 3-0. But the catcher didn't act like that was really a strike either. Maybe it was off the plate.
That looks good.
That looked like the pitch before looked like a better pitch than that one right there. But we'll take it 3-1 now. We'll see if Aaron can battle back here and get this third out of the inning, get the Tours back in the dugout.
Let's do it.
Aaron delivers.
That's it. No, sir. Go ahead. We'll get
strike number 2. That's going to bring it to full count now. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Batter step out of the box right there and take a look at Coach Fontenot.
Yes, sir.
Nice pitch, strike 3 right there.
To battle. Way to battle. You know who else was battling out there for us? Our game day sponsors. You're listening to the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a huge shout out to all our game day sponsors, starting with Nancy Roy at the Cabbage Patch Flower and Gifts, Michael and Brittany Welch at Cutter's Outdoor Power Equipment, Randall Bowser, Shelter Insurance, George Vanderhey over at George's House of Flowers, getting you back in the game, and Josh Foster with Exit Realty Southern. What's your exit strategy? These are just a few of our generous game day sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Go Tours. Yeah, Donnie. So we got some things going on out there. Gave up a run, but ultimately our boy got out of a situation.
Yeah, outside that balk right there, if he wouldn't have committed that balk, we'd have got out of that with no runs. But so St. Louis has taken a 3-0 lead here, headed to the bottom of the fourth inning. With that caught stealing there at home plate, number 2, Cade McBride will lead off the inning. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 in our batting order here, lead off the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Coach Moore looking for something strong, something sulphur strong out here. We need to get some bats going. Just want to see some tours on base.
Well, the Tours did a good job last weekend of scoring runs, and outside had a little trouble against Zachary. But the next 3 games didn't have any trouble putting up runs, and so the bats are certainly capable of it. But Parker Morgan has definitely kept them at quiet tonight.
Yep. All right, first pitch is a strike.
As we mentioned, leading off the inning will be number 2, Cade McBride, the shortstop for the Golden Tours. And Morgan is just pounding that outside corner to the right-handed hitters. That's going to be strike 2. So it's very quickly 0-2 here to Cade McBride. Pitch airs away for ball 1. The thing that happens as the game goes on, he pounds that outside corner. You start kind of creeping up a little bit more on that plate. The next thing it does, Kyle, is come and pop you in on the hands. Right there. You saw it right there.
Yep.
Ball was off the hands of Cade
McBride. Get there. Oh.
Yeah, he gets him by just a half a step right there. Nice play by the second baseman there. Second baseman for St. Louis is James Rena. So that's going to be the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up number 14, Jake Brown, who haven't mentioned that Jake Brown is a LSU commit.
Oh, come on now.
Pitcher.
For pitcher?
For pitcher. I think he's been a little nicked up, so he hasn't seen a lot of pitching time here recently.
Yeah.
That's going to be very first pitch, ground ball to Mr. Rena again at second base. That's going to be out number 2 for the Tours. 2 outs in the inning will bring up the third baseman, number 22, Luke Benoit. Somebody's excited for St. Louis up there.
Yeah, they're fired up. They are fired up. We might need to get some Saints fans on the feed. Just talk a little bit about their kids.
Pitches up and away there for ball. No, not tonight.
Okay. Oh, not tonight. Not tonight. All right, Benoit at the plate. Need something special. Cook us up something special, Benoit.
Pitches down the way. For ball number 2.
Dugout's getting a little rowdy. Trying to get him going.
Up in the zone right there now. It's going to be 3-0 there to Mr. Benoit. He'll probably look at a pitch right here no matter where it's at.
That's a strike all day right there, guys.
Yes, sir. 3-1. 3-1 to Benoit. 2 outs. Trying to get something going for the Tours. A little 2-out rally here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Currently trailing the Saints 3-0.
Oh, well, that's
a fly ball to center field right there. Center fielder camps underneath
down
it.
Right there, guys.
That's going to be the third out of the inning. So the Tours go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The St. Louis Saints maintain their 3-0 lead.
Don, I don't like the trail. I do like the Oregon Trail. That game we used to play back in the day. Shout out to the Oregon Trail.
Kids today have no idea.
They have no idea. No idea. I could play that game all day in computer lab. Tell you what, though.
The kids today wouldn't know how to work those buttons. Probably.
Yeah. What is it? Like even the keyboards were different.
Yep.
But we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right here. Got the dugout. Look, dugout getting hot, keeping warm. Run a little poll just to remind them. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. St. Louis definitely looking good. Pitcher's mound smoking hot. Their bats have been smoking hot, and we gotta come around on something.
The Tours return to the mound, number 23, Landon Aran, for his third inning of work right here.
Yep. What you say, Tours?
So leading off the top of the fifth for the Saints will be number 25, Aiden Welsh, the first baseman.
Mr. Welsh.
Aiden's a junior. Ball's inside there for ball number 1.
Any idea when they're going to get the complex? They've got that on the schedule anytime soon? I know there's so much other things to.
I heard that they
awarded
the rebuild contract the other day to actually one of our sponsors and former tour.
Who are we talking about?
Gunner Construction.
Mr. Gunner. Hey,
Mr.
we've
Jason
watched their
Gunner.
kids and announced their kids on the girls basketball.
A lot of girls
team.
basketball.
A lot of good girls basketball.
But I heard they that'll be coming up. But I just don't know, man. There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A little concerned about hosting the state tournament here this year.
No doubt. Yeah. What month does that usually happen?
May.
Okay.
About May the 8th, May the 10th, somewhere in that range.
Hey, a couple panels, a few poles. We'll buff it out. It'll be good. Concession stands are still working. Oh man.
3-1 goes high and tight for a hit by pitch. That's going to put Aiden Welsh at first base with no outs. Once again, man, I think every inning so far,
we're popping somebody.
The Saints have gotten that leadoff runner on first base.
Yeah. Those freebies, man. I know he paid for it to get on base, but at the end of the day, he's on base.
The Tours will quickly get their bullpen going again. Now, from what I understand, Kyle, they're going to replace all the fencing this time with netting.
Okay.
So they're going to go with all netting. So get rid of the hurricane fence from between the dugouts. So from first base dugout to third base dugout will be all netting. I think you'll be able to eliminate some of these poles as well. The netting's not as heavy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take as much support. So it'll be a little better viewing for the fans.
Yeah, just right now, we're kind of obstructed from one of the poles. You take one of those out, we got a big, wide range of view there.
Well, and even on the third base side, from all the way down to the dugout is complete. They got a couple people sit down there right now for just internal purposes, but that's all shut down or barricaded up, I guess you'd say, as well, because of that. You see the fence leaning over there. So
yeah, it's pretty risky.
Now, like I said, as we mentioned, the scoreboard's down. Brand new, beautiful scoreboard.
I know, man. I think it was pretty.
But insurance will take care of it. It can be replaced.
This complex out here, is so, first class for just about everything you want to do. Nice
Pitches
block.
down. Yeah, nice job by Tony right
catch
there.
him in the neck?
Yeah, ball kind of bounced up, kind of caught him in the neck underneath the protector.
I thought they used to have something that hanged from those, but those helmets are a little deeper now.
You see right there, the umpire did a nice job right there of, when the catcher kind of takes a little lick right there, umpire take a little walk out there and give that catcher some time to stretch his leg. Let me tell you what Coach Matt Fontenot picked up on, though. The ball got stuck in his equipment, and I'm not totally sure on that rule. But I think they're wanting that runner to get a base right there.
You know what? I saw that in a tournament this weekend with one of the older kids that had exactly what happened. The ball got stuck behind his pad.
They're not going to give him a base, though. I was wondering if they were going to give him a base. Matt was trying to pick one up right there.
Why would that be a base, though?
It's got something to do with the ball getting stuck in his equipment, and so I'm gonna have to read up on that rule actually, so I fully understand that.
If you're watching the feed, which we've got 4, if you know that rule, feel free to share that with us.
So that's going to quickly be a 2-0 count to the second baseman James Rena, who's 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double. Pitch is low and away. I must have missed a pitch right there. It's going to be ball 4.
Coming up to bat for the Saints, number 14, William Milliken.
That's going to bring Coach Moore out to the mound for another pitching change for the Tours.
Little conference call on the mound.
Let's see who's coming in. That was on number 5 heading out there. Senior Connor Wilson.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
All right, Connor, the Terminator taking the mound. Number 5. Got us a lefty. Oh boy. Is that a laser? Looks like a laser to me. Maybe we'll get a little zoom in on
Got a
that.
little whip on the ball right there.
Look at that laser, guys. Pew! There it is. There it is. The Terminator's taking the mound. It's what we need. It's what we need to proceed to get this win going, huh? How many runs are we down now, Don?
3-0. 3 runs.
3 runs. Might as well just be 1.
And up to bat will be number 14, their DH for St. Louis, William Milliken, playing with no outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
Well, I asked you in the beginning, I said, how many pitchers we're going to see tonight, Don? And you said, well, we've seen 3.
You've seen, I thought you said pitches.
Oh,
not
yeah.
pitchers.
Pitchers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
you were probably thinking, how am I going to see 80 to 90 pitchers tonight?
I was thinking.
What an idiot you were thinking.
I wasn't going to say it on live feed, but you said it. Now 5 people heard it. And then whoever else watches it.
But there's that lady with our money.
Okay, here we
She's
go.
come back to pay us.
Okay. How are you? How are you? Very nice. She seems nice.
No popcorn, no hot dog, nothing out of her.
I tell you, they've got popcorn out there. I see those bags.
I
over
know.
there.
It'd be tough to call a game, though, eating popcorn
Yeah.
on the radio.
We'd have to, I could mute you while you eat a few, and then I'll talk and you can talk. But the thing is, I don't know nearly as much as you do about this. But we got a new pitcher. Who's on?
Connor Wilson. He takes a little bit longer there. Milliken calls a timeout, steps out, gets everything reset.
Yeah.
Playing with no outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
A little high.
Pitches up and away for ball number
Yep.
1. Tours have had trouble finding the plate here tonight with their pitching staff. But they've kept it to a 3-0 ball game.
Yeah.
Wilson checks that runner.
That's a good one.
A little up and away there for ball number 2.
You got a little better angle than I do. I feel like from the elevation standpoint, that seemed like he was probably in the zone, but maybe a little outside for him. What age group are we looking at? That's not Snyder, huh?
We're at.
On the mound. Is that Snyder for us?
No, that's Wilson.
Wilson. How old's Wilson?
Wilson, I believe, is a senior. Maybe wrong. Let's see.
Oh, we got a runner. Oh, we got a situation, Don. We got a situation. Check it out. Oh, you got him. Oh, he's safe. We got ourselves a pickle, gentlemen.
That's a terrible call right there. He runs way out of the baseline. That's terrible right there.
I think we all got a little nervous.
Ends up getting him out, but I mean that's a bad call right there by the field umpire. But he gets him out, so that's 1 out. Even the runner had stopped. He knew he was out of the baseline.
Yeah,
but that allows us 1 out there. Nice job by Wilson to peel around out there and get that lead runner. That does allow the other runner to move to second base now with 1 out. But yeah, what we're talking about here, Wilson's a senior.
Yeah, he's
Milliken remains at the plate. I believe the count is 2-0.
Being reminded multiple times that he maybe had an issue with that call. I haven't get a base on that one. I guess you get a little grace with that wall because it does bounce back nicely to you if you're the catcher.
Yeah. Well, not only the wall, but the turf.
Yeah.
You know, you were talking a while ago about how does that turf affect the ball game? That's an example right there. You know, potentially that ball earlier when the Tours got thrown out the plate, the ball comes off the wall and it's just generally is going to hit the dirt.
Right, kind of hang out in that
kind of
area.
stick around to the back, but it hits that turf and it just comes back to that catcher perfectly. So it's a 3-0 count now, Milliken. Well, every pitch he's missed up and away right there. So that's going to be ball number 4.
Hey, we're looking forward to watching you play.
So with 1 out, that's going to put runners at first and third now. That's going to bring up number 3, the right fielder, Chase Wilson.
Looks like we've got Mr. Philippe Michelini on the feed. We appreciate you. Looking forward to watching you also, covering you playing some basketball. It's going to be a good time. Little bunt laid down here, coming in hot at the home plate here. St. Louis is going to score. Safe at first, guys. Boy, the Saints are marching, Don. They sure are, huh? Saints are marching.
Yeah, you know, really that's just a sack bunt right there. You're looking to get that run in from third base.
When he got on base.
And, you know, bunt kind of gets down the perfect position down the first base line. He did a nice job of getting down the line right there. Mr. Wilson did for the base hit. And that's going to bring up the leadoff batter for the Saints, number 12, Thomas Watson, with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Pitch is a little outside there for ball number 1. And that run they push across right there now makes the gives the Saints a 4-0 lead in the top of the 5th inning.
4-0, top of the 5th. Running out of innings to come back, Don.
Yeah, the Torches so far haven't had any answers at the plate or on the field. Ball number 2. Count quickly moves to 2-0 on the leadoff batter for the Saints. Well, and you're starting to get into that part of the lineup. Jobert, Larocca, that have done a lot of damage for the Saints so far tonight, boy. And you're potentially going to be facing them with the bases juiced. So ball number 3 moves the count now to 3-0 with 1 out. You see McBride come in and give Wilson a few encouraging words. Wilson comes set.
Yes, sir.
Got us. That was inside a little bit, but that's going to be strike number 1. So that moves the count now to 3-1. 3-1 with 1 out. Little lefty on lefty battle here.
Ooh,
pitches up and in for ball 4.
Let's see. Facebook says, "What's on my mind? Tornado baseball, baby. Trying to get this win."
So that's going to bring another mound visit for Coach Moore, and the Tours are going to send out their 4th pitcher of the night.
So we're top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th, St. Louis, 1 out. St. Louis has the bases loaded. Currently leads, 4-0. Trying to get a number here on this pitching change. Coming in for the Tours is going to be number 24. Gunnar Grimion, a sophomore. I've seen Gunnar throw a couple times so far this year, and he's done a great job for the Tours. It looks like the Tours are going to send number 27, maybe Brendan Babineau, down to the bullpen to loosen up. Thought we might see Cole Navarre tonight.
Yeah,
he's back from basketball, and be a pitcher that the Tours look to rely on a little bit later on in the season once they get his arm in a little better shape. But
how long does it take to get that thing warmed up?
Man, it's
really rolling. It'll take a while.
I'd say a good month.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. He may have been throwing some already that toward the end of basketball. So it may not be a true month for him. But
now this is not a district game, correct?
No, not a district game.
But it's definitely going to pop the power rankings a little bit.
St. Louis is going to win a lot of ball games. They got a quality club right here. So, I mean, even a loss to a St. Louis team, power rankings, you're going to get, I think it's 2 points as the season goes on for every, I don't know if it's 2 or 1 point for every one of their victories as the season goes on. So, I mean, when you're playing one, like I said, that's the reason you play the good teams.
Yeah. Because when they win, they actually pumps your points up.
Yes. Even though you didn't get the points from a win tonight, you'll get points as the season goes on. Win or lose, you get their their points from every victory they have. So, as we mentioned earlier, 2-0 lost. Barb early in the year. Barb's going to win 30 games this year.
Right.
Tioga's going to win 25 to 30 games
that's
this year.
60 points right there potentially. That's a nice breaking ball. Had a lot of whip to it, man. They're going to score again. Yeah, Saints really doing well on the mound. They're getting on base. Some of the basics, Don. And that's my favorite guy right here, number 27.
And the ball's down in the zone. Excuse me, Ronnie Tony just wasn't able to keep it in front of him right there.
Got him swinging.
Joe Bear with a swinging strike right there. That's going to even the count at 1-1 now, with one out here in the top of the 5th inning for the Golden Tours. Tours are going to go ahead and bring their infield in, trying to cut off any more runs here. Oh
boy, Joe Bear just absolutely
Joe Bear hits one
crushed
deep,
it.
and I believe that's going to be out of the park.
I'm going to get popcorn. Jeez, Joe Bear. Remind me to get his autograph before we get out of here, because I'm pretty confident somebody's going to sign him up in the big leagues. Man. Well, I wanted to see home runs, okay? I did. I'm getting a little more than what I wanted, but.
Well, we mentioned the Tours were playing with fire when you go Joe Bear, Larocca, 2-3 hitters for them. They've done a lot of damage so far tonight.
Yeah.
Going into that at bat, Joe Bear had already had a ground rule double to the left center field gap, so we knew he had some pop in his bat. And then, Larocca had absolutely launched that home run early in the game as well.
So do we have the pleasure of following that up with Larocca?
Yeah,
is that who this is?
Won't be any play. Yeah, we got. Yeah, now after all that, you got to come in and face Larocca right here with one out.
Oh, look at Larocca. Are they going back to back? Are they going back to back
to left center field? It's a nice job right there.
Wow.
Of the left fielder, he tracks it down. Number 14, Jake Brown, for a loud out number
Jake.
2.
Thank you. Hats off to Joe Bear, though. Thank you for that display of power at the plate. Man, like you said, Don, they got a club. Got a club and a half over here, man. They're really bringing it.
So very quickly, the score has jumped out to 8-0 lead for St. Louis with 2 outs, and up to bat number 26, Reed Snyder. As we mentioned, Gremion's on the mound for the Golden Tours.
At this point, you battle. It's all you can do. What a breaking ball. What a play by Gage Trahan. Is he going to get it?
Yep.
Yes, sir. What a play.
So Trahan goes to his knees, backhand the ball deep in the hole up the middle, and throws a one-hop strike to Bird at first base for the 3rd out of the inning.
Boy, Don, I'm going to need to hear some sponsors after that one. You're watching the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a shout-out to our game day sponsors, starting with Sean Davis at Southern Technologies. How about First National Bank DeRitter here in Sulphur, Louisiana? Shout-out to Clayton King, King Mechanical LLC, Mike and Wendy Kuntz over at Cajun Monograms, and Brandon Dever for Ward 4 Marshall. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and go Tours.
So heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, the Tours currently trail 8-0. And we're looking to somehow solve Parker Morgan.
We got a big problem on our hands, Don. Yeah, Parker's ice cold right now, or hot. I guess it's hot when you're pitching.
Morgan's done a great job of mixing up his pitches tonight. We haven't been able to get any good, in my opinion, good at bats. Stone had one early in the ball game where he saw a lot of pitches and fouled some off, and ended up rolling over on that ball to the third baseman for the 2nd out that inning. We had a runner on third base, but and other than that, we just haven't been able to do anything. Haven't been able to solve the riddle of Parker Morgan. And if you're watching a ball game or listening to the ball game, you're seeing why Mr. Morgan is signed to pitch baseball at the next level.
Yeah, hats off to him. All right, who we got coming on deck? Is that Mr.
So that's going to bring up the bat for the Golden Tours. Bottom of the bottom of the fifth inning should bring up number 7, Dylan Bird.
Mr. Bird. Let's go.
First baseman for the Golden Tours.
I think I'm Aaron Bird's brother. I may have played some ball with him. Oh, whoa. Wow.
Fence just saved somebody in the Golden Tour dugout over there. Bird absolutely.
It's like throwing a black cat.
It hits a screamer down there.
That thing.
The interesting thing is, from my angle, there were going to be a couple tours that weren't going to get out of the way.
No.
But the fence saves them. So a very loud strike number 1, the bottom of the 5th.
Mr. Morgan with a strike on that throw.
Strike number 2. So it quickly moves to 0-2. And Kyle, I'll mention it again, as I mentioned earlier, you're seeing the difference in the two pitching staffs tonight. I mean, Parker's just done a great job of attacking the zone here and getting ahead in the counts.
Try to get him.
In fact, I'm not sure if we even have a hit tonight. I know we had Cooper Duvall had a walk. It's going to be strike number 3 to Bird.
Yeah.
So 1 out. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 16, Walker Bridges.
All right, Walker. It's amazing, though. You know, one play. All it takes is one play, and it just changes everything. Kind of like whenever you're, kind of like when Joe Bear hits ground rule doubles and home runs. I mean, just completely changes everything.
Well, what you look for right here, Kyle,
right?
If you're on the bottom end of an 8-0 ball game, you're just looking to start. You want to win one inning. You want to win.
That's right.
Win one at bat, and then you want to score a run. You want to win that one inning, and then you move to the next inning. And there's not a play that I'm aware of that can account for 8 runs.
Right.
So you just kind of look to chip away and get a pitcher on the mound that's going to limit the scoring on the other team.
There it is. Contact right
Walker's
down
got
the
a ball
middle.
Up the middle. That's going to be the first hit of the ball game for the Golden Tours.
Wow,
Fielded by the second baseman, Arena.
Hey,
but he wasn't going to have any chance at all of getting Walker.
I'll sit back up in my chair a little bit. Now he got me tuned up, Bridges.
So Walker's going to have a 1-out infield single, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 25, Gage Trahan.
All right, Trahan. If there's a guy that's going to get it done defensively, what a play to wrap up that last inning.
Yeah, Gage had a nice play. Wish we could have had that one on film.
I think we did, but it's so far away. There it is, Gage. There it is.
Gage
Look at
takes
that.
one the other way for a 1-out single to left field.
Look, this is it, D. That's what I'm talking about. This is
at first and second with 1 out for the DH number 19, Cooper Duvall.
All right, Coop. All right, Coop.
Is there any way we could build a little fire here on the table?
I'll tell you what. Wouldn't be a bad night to do it. Are you sure you don't want my jacket?
You didn't bring a fire pit?
I didn't bring a fire pit.
Can't have sunflower seeds. I doubt we can have a fire pit either.
Hey.
Duvall fouls one back behind in the net for strike number 1. Yeah, it's always interesting to see some of these teams, especially the state tournament that have never played here before.
Yeah.
They roll in here, have been spitting sunflower seeds for 4 months.
Not at McMurray Park, guys. I don't
It gets caught in the turf. And you can't vacuum it up. You actually got to pick it up.
Wow.
One by one.
I don't see any on the – well, there's a seed. It's on the concrete.
Yeah, every once in a while they'll sneak some in here. The fans will. But, yeah, in the dugouts, it's like Coach Moore said, somebody must have brought some in this weekend, and they didn't catch them in time, and Tours were left picking up sunflower seeds.
That's a high one.
Another foul ball right there for strike number 2. That's going to move the count now to 1-2 with 1 out. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tours are looking to get something going, currently trailing the Saints 8-0. Parker Morgan on the mound for the Saints. Pitched a great game so far tonight, giving up his first hit of the game, I believe, this inning.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job by the second baseman, Rena.
Yep. All right, so Trahan's going to be out at second.
It gets Trahan out at second for the second out of the inning. on that fielder's choice. That's going to bring up with 2 outs now. Runs at first and third to catcher number 8, Ronnie Tony.
Let's go, Ron. Here we go.
Thought that ball had a chance initially coming off the bat of Cooper and just kind of died out there for a nice little easy play for the second baseman. In fact, he did a good job of cutting the runner down at second base. I thought his only play was going to be at first base.
First pitch is high.
Tours head down the road this weekend to I forgot where that tournament is, but it's going to be they're going to play East Ascension and some other teams on the other side of Baton Rouge.
Yep. Look, Mr. Neal. How are you, sir?
That's going to even the count up now at 1-1 to Ronnie Tony with 2 outs.
You doing broadcast? Oh, okay. Is it on TV?
Morgan throws a little off-speed pitch right there. Tony fouls it off for strike number 2. So that's going to move the count now to 1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we mentioned, runners on first and third, and the Tours currently trailing 8-0. Morgan looks in. He's going to come set. Delivers a pitch for strike 3. Looked like that pitch run in a little bit on Tony and just completely handcuffed him right there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning and will squash any hopes that the Tours had of pushing across a run right there. So after 5 innings of play, the St. Louis Saints come into Sulphur at McMurray Park and lead the Golden Tours 8-0.
8-0. A little update posted there, and it's not going to be pretty. Ba-da-da.
Looks like Gremion will return to the mound for the Tours. Leading off the inning for the Saints will be number 13. Center fielder Ryan Barron.
All right, so we're down by 8 in the 6th.
Yes, unfortunately. Coach Sam Moore may not let us come back.
I didn't think about that, Don.
Baseball's a game of superstitions.
We are not coming back. We might as well go sit in the stands next time and just cheer.
Let's take a few extra minutes here with the catcher making the 3rd out of the inning. He's got to get into the dugout there and get dressed.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gents, we've got well, Mr. Ken's really playing some good music over there. I heard Mambo number 5. It's one of my all-time favorites. Oh man, that ball popped up on
Trahan
him in the face.
Trahan tried to short hop a little ball right there and got up over his glove, and he caught one off the
Guess you're never too old to take one to the chin like that, huh?
old chin bone or the nose bone.
Yeah.
He goes over to Cade McBride and tries to find out if everything's still there.
My face still here?
Especially when it's cold, that hurts, man.
Man, I mean, but that one that Gage peppered in like the first inning of that that had to hurt. I mean, he came back. It obviously didn't affect his throwing because he's still throwing the gas right now. But
so top of the 6th brings up leading off for the Saints, number 13, Ryan Barron.
There it is. Steve.
Swing strike number 1, start off the 6th inning.
That's a lot of movement on that one.
I think Trahan's still out there rubbing that chin. I think that one's going to leave a mark, Kyle.
Yes. Cool mark at that. There you go. Steve Reich.
Count moves to 1-2 now. Leadoff batter of the inning, Ryan Barron. Gremio on the mound, as we mentioned, for the Tours. his second inning to
Oh,
work.
got him with.
Pulls a little string right there for strike number 3 on a swinging strike.
I mean, I could see that ball moving.
1 out in the inning will bring up the first baseman, number 25, Aiden Welsh.
A little chilly out here, huh? They're really working on that movement out there. There's the gas.
Foul ball there evens the count up at 1-1.
What's he gonna throw, Don?
He's gonna go another off speed right here. Let's see.
No, sir.
Fastball
Dialed
low
it
and
up to
away for
12.
ball number 2.
These later games, Don, getting past my bedtime. 8:30, coming upon it.
The runs are making this game a little longer than normal. Count moves to 3-1 now with 1 out in the inning. Pitches low and away for ball number 4.
He tried to put it where it needed to be, but there's your base. There you go.
So 1 out walk is going to bring up the second baseman, number 1, James Rena. Currently working on a 2-for-2 night, single and a double. Oh, man.
Get you a base right there.
Tony's got to do a better job of getting out there and getting that pitch right there. And that's things you're looking at for as a coach. I mean, you want your kids to stay working, stay hustling. A lot of times you kind of find out what your team's made of.
Mm-hmm. Especially in these situations where you're down by 8.
You're down by 8 runs. 2-0.
That's good movement. Real good movement on that ball.
Yeah, but the problem is he's not getting it over the plate right here. So counts moved to 2-0. Not sure. Somebody called it. The umpire called a timeout, but I didn't see.
I didn't think the batter can call him a little glove adjustment there.
Grimion delivers a 2-0
There
pitch.
it is.
Low and away on the outside corner to move the count now to 2-1 with 1 out. Runner on second base for the Saints. Grimion gets a sign, checks his runner. He spins, trying to catch the runner in that little peel back move right there. Runner gets back in time. Rena with a foul ball directly behind home plate. That's going to reset the count back at 2-2 now with 1 out. Grimion looks in, gets a sign. Foul ball down the right field line is going to go out of play. That'll keep the count now at 2-2.
Definitely going through some baseballs tonight, Donnie.
Runner second's got a very aggressive lead right there. Shortstop's kind of been holding him, but it wouldn't surprise me that Torres look to put a little play in here. Next couple of pitches, trying to maybe pick that runner off at second base.
A shot.
Little ground ball to the first baseman, Bird, who scoops it up and gets Mr. Rena out for the first time tonight for him. And it'll be the second out of the inning. Moves the runner from second to third base. And that's going to bring up number 14, the DH, William Milliken.
Mr. Milliken.
Little bit up right there for ball number 1.
That was good. That's the stuff right there, Don.
Nice fastball in the outside corner for swinging strike number 1. That's going to even the count up at 1-1. Playing with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Yeah, foul ball right above our heads there for strike number 2. Gremio has moved ahead in the count now. 1-2 with 2 outs. Looking for strike 3 right here and get the Tours back to the dugout and see if we can somehow get them bats going.
Yeah.
That'd be a swinging strike number 3.
High tight right there.
So after 5.5 innings of play, the St. Louis Saints lead the home Sulphur Golden Tours 8-0. Pitch count should be low. We'll see if Parker Morgan's going to head back out to the mound for the Saints.
Tell them about them great sponsors. What you say? You're listening to the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a huge shout out to all our game day sponsors, starting with Nancy Roy at the Cabbage Patch Flower and Gifts, Michael and Brittany Welch at Cutter's Outdoor Power Equipment, Randall Bowser, Shelter Insurance, George Vanderhey over at George's House of Flowers, getting you back in the game, and Josh Foster with Exit Realty Southern. What's your exit strategy? These are just a few of our generous game day sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Go Tours. Well, here we are, Don. Bottom of the 6th. Tour bats are coming out the dugout.
They want to go
A little bit of something going on last.
Number 15, Damian Stone will lead off the inning for the Golden Tours.
Yeah. We had some action last time. Just couldn't produce some runs.
They just couldn't get any runs in on him. And that's just another sign of a very, very effective pitcher. I mean, he even got runners on base. He was able to kind of bear down right there and get himself out of the inning with no runs. Currently working on a shutout ball game here for the Saints. As we said, number 15, Damian Stone will lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Golden Tours, with the Saints returning number 23, Parker Morgan, to the mound.
There it is, Park. Nice pop.
Well, Morgan just continues to pound the zone for the Saints, getting ahead in the count. And like I said, it opens up a lot of things you can do as a pitcher.
There it is.
Base hit, another base hit for Stone. Nice job right there. He just took that ball right where it was pitched. We talked about Morgan's been working an outside corner of that plate. Stone doesn't try to do anything fancy right there. Just takes the ball the opposite way. Takes it where it's pitched at.
Yeah.
Takes it into the right center field area for a single. And run on first base. No outs is going to bring up the leadoff batter for the Golden Tours, number 2, Cade McBride.
You talked about at this point, let's win the inning. That's a good way to get it started. At least kind of start that process.
Boy, yeah,
get a guy on base like that.
McBride just hasn't looked comfortable in his 2 previous plate appearances. He doesn't look comfortable at all against Morgan.
There we go.
Stone gets a good read on the ball in the dirt right there and breaks right away for second base. Larocca doesn't have a chance to throw him out right there. So that's going to move the count now to 1-1 with no outs. Runner at second base. As we mentioned, Kyle, you're not going to get eight runs back in one play, So you're looking just to,
one at a time.
Looking to get one at a time and win this inning.
The strike there.
Morgan responds with strike number 2. That's going to move the count now to 1-2 with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Morgan's going to check that runner at second base.
Oh.
McBride hits a little looper out there to short center field. Stone has the hold, wanting to make sure that ball's going to drop and not get caught by that shortstop.
I tell you what, just kind of reached for it, but really almost played a draw. It really came around on him.
Well, he got a little off speed and he kind of got fooled a little bit, but he was able to keep his weight back just enough. So runners at first and third, no outs is going to bring up
Scoring position.
number 14, Jake Brown, the left fielder for the Golden Tours.
All right, Jake. Let's do some work right here.
Jake's had a couple good swings so far tonight at the plate. First pitch is going to be ball number 1. Strike number 1, Larocca throws down third base. You know, down by multiple runs as the Tours are. McBride just kind of stay put. He can't afford to potentially make an out. A lot of times you may see the offensive team take second base right here. Like I say, he's got to stay put.
Good hack there.
Brown fouls one back into the net for strike number 2.
Uh-oh. Look.
That one took just as hard of a bounce. Luckily for the Tours, it took kind of a crazy bounce.
On the board, babe.
Down the down the third base line. That's going to lead to the first run of the game for the Golden Tours, who now trail the Saints 8-1 with no outs. Cade McBride at second base. Jake Brown's at the plate with a 2-2 count.
Got him.
I think Brown thought that was a little bit outside.
Well,
but it's going to be strike
now I
number
guess
3.
think about it some more of the dugout. Well, what a pitch, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice pitch right there. So that's going to bring up to bat number 22, third baseman Luke Benoit. Run remains at second base now with 1 out. Saints take a little bit longer than Luke Benoit likes, so he'll call a timeout and step out, reset here.
Benoit Sr.?
No, Benoit is it's on my other sheet. I think Luke Benoit is just a sophomore.
That's good. Yeah, we do kind of have a younger team this year, too.
Luke Benoit, yeah, it's just a sophomore. Little spin move by Morgan. McBride gets back into second base.
They got the dugout over there, at least trying to get something going. I mean, like you said, one inning at a time at this point.
Yeah, 1 run, 1 inning at a time. Pitch is inside. Pitching coach for the Saints is going to head out, talk a little bit, visit with Parker. I gave him a little reset right here and make sure everything's okay with him. His pitch count should be relatively low, so I think from a pitch count standpoint, he's okay here so far in the ball game.
Yeah. Have you been counting pitches?
No, I didn't count pitches tonight. I bet Mitch did.
Yeah. We need to scoop. We need to scoop. Check in. Scoop right now.
But like I said, the main thing, you just want to kind of let him reset right here, kind of catch his breath. A little bit longer inning than what we've had so far tonight.
Yeah. How do you feel about that temperature, Don?
It's getting chilly, and I'm getting hungry.
Hungry, chilly. I wouldn't mind some bowl of chili.
We should have called waiter.
We should have called waiter.
DoorDash, whichever one of them delivers these days. So many of them.
What a crank.
Benoit hits a ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to be a wide throw at first base.
Advance a runner.
Advances a runner to third. McBride will advance to third base on the throwing error by the shortstop. And Luke Benoit is going to reach first base. So we'll have runners at first and third now with 1 out. And that's going to bring first baseman number 7, Dylan Bird, to bat.
D-Bird.
Yeah, we've seen a very good defensive effort as well for the Saints tonight, and that's their first defensive error on the infield or the outfield.
We pop out fly right there.
Bird comes up swinging. It's a foul ball out of play down the right field line for strike number 1. You know, Bird's got a little pop in his bat right here.
Yeah, he does.
He happens to get a pitch that he can do something with. He can also take advantage of the south wind and put one out into the parking lot. Pitch is up and away now for ball number 1. That even a count up at 1-1. They coming right behind him. Walker Bridges on deck. He's got a little pop in his bat as well.
Take whatever we can get. Just want to get on base.
Pitch is up and away for ball 2. Playing here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Tours currently trail 8-1.
There it is.
Fly ball there to semi-deep right center field. It's going to be a sac fly. Will easily score Cade McBride for the second run of the game for the Golden Tours.
There you go. One run at a time, Donnie.
It's a nice job of Dylan Bird getting the run in right there. So with 2 outs, runner at first base, up to bat would be number 16, Walker Bridges.
Mr. Bridges.
Fastball away right there for ball number 1 to start the at bat for Walker. Bird takes a short lead over there at first base. Obviously down 8-2. He's not going anywhere.
That was clean.
Pitch catches outside corner for strike number 1. That's going to even a count up at 1-1.
Pop up there.
High fly ball there. Looks like the shortstop's going to take control of it, and he's going to corral it in for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 6 innings of play, the St. Louis Saints 8, the Sulphur Golden Tours 2. As we head to the top of the 7th inning.
Heading to the top of the 7th inning. Would have loved a different scenario tonight. Really would have, but hey, still great first game. Get out here, get these guys supported. Still love the Tours. Hats off to the Saints right now, playing great baseball.
Well, maybe I could jinx the Saints. I was talking to Coach Collins before the game, and they've lost. They've had the lead in 2 games after 6 innings and have lost.
Well, that's an interesting introduction to the next conversation.
So maybe,
how about that?
Maybe we can kind of put the hex on them.
Hey, well, I'm going to stand up, get a little walksy while we talk about some sponsors. You're watching the Tornado Radio Network, and it's time to give a shout out to our game day sponsors, starting with Sean Davis at Southern Technologies. How about First National Bank DeRitter here in Sulphur, Louisiana? Shout out to Clayton King, King Mechanical LLC, Mike and Wendy Kuntz over at Cajun Monograms, and Brandon Dever for Ward 4 Marshall. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and go Tours.
So that's going to bring up leading off. Then we got a pinch hitter for the Saints. It's going to bring up number 2, Blake Evans. On the mound for the Tours will be number 16, Walker Bridges. So Walker will head to the mound to pitch the 7th inning here.
Did I miss a home run, Don?
No, sir. Just a new pitcher and a pinch hitter batter.
So Tours have a new pitcher now, number 16.
Yeah, Walker Bridges. I didn't see who moved out to left field. Right field for Walker. My old eyes aren't that good to catch a number on them. Pitch number 1 is down low for ball 1. Comes back with a strike there to even the count now at 1-1 to the leadoff batter of the 7th inning.
Well, guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you've been on all night, we appreciate you for just jumping in. First baseball game of the season that we're covering, and so far pretty successful. We're going to try to get the camera in a better spot next time, but overall, appreciate your support. If you're a Saints or Tours fan on the feed, thanks so much, man. It's been a real pleasure.
Ground ball to Cade McBride at shortstop. He's going to throw the runner out by a couple steps at first base. That's going to be the first out of the inning for the Saints, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 12, Thomas Watson, also their leadoff batter.
And then you know who is coming up, but I'm not going to say his name because he'll probably hit another home run. Bridges got any offers there or anything about that?
I don't know if he has any offers. I know he's got a couple of junior colleges.
Yeah.
Looking at him, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to misspeak there, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I know one was here to watch him a little bit the other night. I'm not going to mention who it was, but he did have one. So we'll see.
A little motion to it. Came in a little low, though.
Yeah, ball's down low. It's going to move the count now to 1-2 with 1 out, playing in the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, that's one thing Coach Sam Moore and them have done. They've done a good job here recently of really advancing their baseball players, and if they want to play at the next level, getting them some looks.
Yeah.
And going to some, especially going to some JUCOs that we haven't sent kids to in the past, you know.
Yeah.
And we mentioned earlier Connor Cook's, pitching at UL Lafayette. Tinker is pitching at Houston Baptist, but he spent 2 years at a junior college. And, some other kids kind of scattered around here and there. Chance Stone, of course, Will Dion, and Strahan, Brody Strawhound, are at McNeese. Scott Jones is at LSU Eunice.
Yeah.
And
how many of these kids, like the junior college, they go into junior college after high school, huge growth spurt. And you've seen this a bunch of times. A lot of guys I graduated with them didn't even look the same. They get into JUCO and dial it up a notch and then could transfer possibly to
after
university.
After JUCO, you can transfer after 1 year, or you can play your 2 years and get your associate's degree, and then you have to move on after two years of eligibility. You then have to move on to a 4-year school, where you've got 2 years remaining there. And if you haven't used a redshirt year yet, you can redshirt for a year and actually have 3 years left there. So a strikeout to Watson is going to bring the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up to bat number 27, Evan Jobert.
His last name just makes him hit a home run, so you can't say it, Don.
Bridges is going to start him out with strike number 1.
There you go, Bridges.
But anyway, I always recommend to kids that I've coached and over the years, when they start talking about, some kids will go, "Oh man, JUCO," but go somewhere where you can play right away, and stay developing. It's always kind of frustrating a little bit to me to see some of these kids go to a larger school and they're going to sit on the bench 2 or 3 years, and sometimes they end up kind of getting passed up and never see the field their whole career there. Where they could have gone to a junior college and played right off the bat, kept getting bigger, stronger, developing their skills. And then when they hit their junior year, they've already played 2 years.
Right.
And a lot of junior colleges play a fall season as well in baseball. So, some of the JUCOs, they'll get in 30 to 40 games in the fall and then get in 50 games to 60 games in the spring. So that's a lot of baseball.
Right.
A lot of opportunity to develop and as a player. And if you continue to improve your skills, then you move on to a what they call, typically call a D1 school. And but as an example, Chance Stone started out at UL Lafayette and then went to LSUE for a year, which would have been last year, which kind of got canceled. And now he's at McNeese. So yeah, junior college offers a lot of opportunities for players, and
just to keep you in the action, keep you in the game, and the workout programs. And
the 2-out walk's going to bring up the catcher, number 5, Jake Larocca. Well, yeah, and as well as I do, sometimes people, some of the young men and women, they just, they don't hit that, like you said, that growth or strength spurt. They may have graduated 17 years old.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden when they turn 18, they take on that spurt, and it's like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah. Bounce, nice grab.
Yeah, McBride comes up with that ball in the gap, but he's not having any chance whatsoever to throw the Larocca
Still
out of
great
first base.
save by McBride.
So that's going to move runners down to first and second with 2 outs, and it's going to bring up number 26, Reed Snyder.
We've really seen some good defensive highlights. I just keep going back to Gage. That was a great play by McBride there. So defensively, definitely doing well there. Just the pitching hasn't been as consistent, but still
played good defense tonight.
Good defense, yeah.
Looks like number 7 comes in to run for St. Louis. Andrew Foreman, Jr.
I have to go run a
Come in and
pole,
run
get
for
warmed
Larocca.
up.
I'm assuming he's going to just courtesy run for the catcher, Larocca.
Strike there.
Bridges comes in, throws a first pitch strike to Snyder. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Tours currently trail 8-2. Bridges is on, trying to keep the damage at 8-2, give the Tours somewhat of a chance in the bottom of the 7th. Second pitch is away. It's going to even the count up at 1-1. Fastball's up and away. Ball number 2 moves the count out to 2-1. See Bridges kind of slap his glove right there. A little frustrated.
Yeah.
He's looking to find the zone and get the ball over the plate. Senior leader for the Tours.
Better. Oh, going to third.
Pitches in the dirt right there. It's going to move runners up to second and third now with 2 outs. Going to move the count also to 3-1. I think that catcher may have to thank the umpire right there. Although the runners advanced anyway, that ball, I believe, went off an ankle or a shin right there. Kind of deadened it around home plate, but the runners were still able to move.
Nice pop. Get it through the gap there down the middle.
Going to be a base hit up the middle by Snyder.
Joe Bear's going to score.
He's going to score 2 runs.
2 runs
for the Saints. That's going to answer the 2 runs the Tours put up in the bottom of the 6th inning and move the lead back out now to 10-2.
10-2. Perfect hand driving position while you're behind your motor vehicle, but not the score we want to see.
And that's going to bring up the bat number
game.
13, Ryan Barron.
Yeah, that was a hot shot down the middle right there, man. Tough to stop. Tough to get a glove on.
Well, what happens right there is a hitter. You're facing a pitcher, 3-1 count. He's not wanting to walk in that situation, so he's just going to – he's looking at the groove one down the middle of the plate.
Yep.
And the hitter did a nice job right there of keeping his hands back and just taking it right back up the middle of the field for a 2-run single. So Bridges continues to work here in the top of the 7th inning for the Tours.
It is.
That's going to even the count up now at 1-1. Tours looking to get a 3rd out right here. Like I said, get to the dugout and try to get them bats going again. Currently trailing 10-2. Am I going to send you home with a note? Your wife understand the game may go a little long?
Yeah. Well,
is the door going to be locked or unlocked when you get home?
It's past 8:30, Don. I'm definitely going to need a slip for sure. She's actually watching the game right now.
Bring her some ice cream. Does she like ice cream? Bring her some cookies or
I'm a
something.
huge ice cream fan.
I didn't ask if you were. I asked if she was.
Cold Dr. Pepper or unsweet tea.
You better go. You better find her unsweet tea on the way home.
That's it.
That's going to be the third out of the inning for the
What you
Saints.
say? What
Tours
you
will
say?
move to their dugout with one last chance. 3 outs to get 8 runs. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mr. Morgan is going to return to the mound for the Saints, looking to finish out what he started tonight.
Boy, Morgan has been impressive. Definitely, definitely fun to watch. Just not against the Tours, guys. But we're at the bottom of the 7th. 10-2. Good time, Don Martin, Cal Media here with the Tornado Radio Network, coming to you live from McMurray Park.
Looks like I see Cooper Duvall in the on-deck circle. Gage Trahan lead off the inning. So we'll go Trahan, Duvall, Tony. 6, 7, 8 at the bottom of the 7th inning.
Good little setup. So talk to us a little bit about after this game. We're going away. We're going to go play.
And where we're going escapes me. I know I think they play East Ascension on Thursday.
Okay.
I think. But I forgot the name of that tournament over there. We've gone the last couple of years over there. And then I'm not sure about midweek next week, but I know next weekend the Tours will be back in action here at McMurray in the spot tournament, their last tournament of the year, and then we'll kick off district play the following week.
And that's what it.
Another big game for the Tours, though, after the tournament this weekend, before they return home, they'll play Live Oak on Sunday. And Live Oak is probably the number 2 or number 3 team in the state in 5A.
Man, we were playing some ballers out there, huh?
So Sam's got them loaded up this year. Up to bat is Gage Trahan this coming weekend. Not here, on the road. Yep. So Trahan leads off.
Little clip there.
Foul ball there off his foot.
Yep.
No, they're on the road.
Got my good buddy, longtime friend, Mr. Neal. Employee Sulphur over 20. I mean, he was there when I was playing ball.
At Sulphur?
Mm-hmm. Neal, how long you been?
30 and Friday.
No way. Yep. Ooh. Ricochet.
Trahan caught one off the chin at second base a while ago. Now he catches second consecutive swing of the bat off that front toe. And as we mentioned, boy, when the weather's cold, that hurts even worse.
Nothing comfortable about a baseball hitting your body in this. I mean, probably in the low 50s at this point.
He's telling Coach Lloyd, hit me right there. And Coach Lloyd's like, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you're right, Coach. That hurts a lot. You know, Coach Lloyd's a former McNeese player.
Yeah. I gave him a good laugh in the cage the other day. Tried to coach me up, but he said you're just not coachable.
He's
son.
not that good of a coach, is he?
He said, I've tried my best, but let's go ahead and move on.
You brought some of the best coaches in South Louisiana down to their knees.
Sir, you just no hope for you, sir. All right, Gage going to regroup though. He's had a good night at the plate too. He's gotten on base, and obviously his glove has been somewhat golden over there. Nice block by the catcher.
Pitches in the dirt there for a ball. I think that evens a count up. It lost track here, but I think it evens a count up at 2-2. Trahan's going to hit a ground ball to the second baseman. Fields it and falls over to first base for the first out of the inning. Yeah, umpires were as dumb as I was tonight. Came out in the short sleeve shirts as well.
Yep, they're regretting it.
So 1 out in the inning is going to bring up number 19, the DH Cooper Duvall.
All right, Coop, on you right here. Just 1 away. There it is, Coop.
Duvall, that ball's going to fall for a base. No, but carries. Cooper's hit a couple balls tonight.
Yep.
One ball, this last at bat, I thought was going to carry better than it did. And that ball there, I didn't think had a chance to stay up and Stays up long enough for the center fielder to make a pretty easy play right there. And shallow center field for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring a pinch hitter to bat. Number 18 for the Tours, senior Drew Stewart. He'll be batting for Ronnie Tony, the catcher.
There's Drew. There's Drew.
Drew comes up with a base hit in the left field.
Really nice shot.
Very first pitch he sees. Does a nice job right there getting that ball in the left field.
All right, getting some action.
So 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Runner at first base is going to bring up number 15, Damian Stone. We'll see if Stone can stay hot. He got another base hit tonight earlier in the ball game. I saw his name quite a bit over this past weekend in the highlights that if you're not at the games, be sure you go and follow and like our Twitter page. And we generally are at the games. Stone, first pitch is going to be popped up in short right field. That's going to be corralled by the second baseman. So that's going to wrap up the ball game. Morgan Parker, goes a complete game for the St. Louis Saints. And they're going to leave Sulphur McMurray Park tonight with a 10-2 victory over the Golden Tours.
Yeah, guys, tough night. Tough night. We're glad we were here to watch it. Glad we were here to support the kids and the community. And hats off to the Saints fans out there. If you're watching, still tuned in, got a heck of a ball club. A lot of great ball players, and real pleasure to watch these kids on both sides of the field. And
so, as we mentioned, stay tuned to our Twitter account.
Yes.
And I think Mitch will go on the road with the Tours this weekend.
Yep.
And so he'll be giving us score updates throughout the weekend. But follow us on Facebook. Go subscribe and follow our YouTube channel.
That's right.
And follow and like our Twitter feed as well. And so not only keeping you up to date on the Golden Tour baseball, but all things Golden Tour athletics, and trying to incorporate more things from the Sulphur School as well. So got a lot of positives going on over there. So stay tuned to that. But on behalf of Kyle Meddy, I'm Don Martin. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and stay tuned to those two feeds. And we'll come at you with more games as district starts.
Yes, sir. Go Tours. We'll see y'all soon.